Hey guys, today I wanted to talk about a few things I realized, specifically the AI hype. Um, I was a big, just like yesterday, I was very on the AI train, but I have been working with a lot of different like models and vibe coding and like Claude code, and I've finally hit the limits. I feel like I'm getting to the point where my projects are too big and having that allocated to, an AI, it doesn't have the same context or goals as I do. It doesn't have the full understanding of the design choices I want. So I'm really starting to see why people are so, there's like this whole other camp of people who um, aren't AI hype and they're like thinking it's not going to do anything and that it's just a bubble. And I definitely see the bubble. It is not the thing I was wrong about, and I thought I knew was I thought that you could just scale AI infinitely and it kind of just solved everything. But AI is not, um, it's not like software where it's like cheap to run. The issue with software, it's you always get the same thing out, and it's very like compute efficient. It's not hard to calculate like 2 plus 2 is 4 or just calculate the same things. But with these AI models and their neural networks, it's a lot more machine intensive. And I didn't realize even these big companies, they don't even, it's kind of hard to actually price it because it's not like anything we've really done before. It's like every time you use it, it costs money. And these big players, they don't even have like they're not even like making a lot of money, like if at all. I was looking at Anthropic and I thought they were like raking it in because of how much money they got from the cloud code blow up. But they're like not. They have way more. They owe and they're burning more cash than they're making. The issue is something I realized also is this idea of entropy, and I thought AI could solve entropy like this natural chaos that sort of happens just in the because it's a physical phenomenon and it's just a part of reality. And I thought AI was like this magic that could write all of our essays and do everything, and it would be super cheap. The thing is, it's not exactly cheap because it's just that we're in this phase of where these big companies are getting us hooked on it, and it's not sustainable at all. And we can't be reliant on it because we're going to need better coders and better engineers in the future more than ever. And it's just ironic because this is like a point where most CS people are like regretting their choices and they're like switching or getting put off when we need them more than ever. Compute is the new oil, in my opinion. Anything, I mean, it's something I've just been realizing. If you have to deal with all these AI models are going to be priced. They're going to be limited in the future. It's not going to be open like this forever. But you can still run smaller models locally. You can run you can do a lot with like a lot less and a lot more efficiently. But the bottleneck is the computing power you have. I think buying like a GPU and just having that and start and using that to the best of its ability is one of the best uses of anybody's money or resources right now. I was thinking about it. Each AI call costs like a ton of tokens, a ton of energy, electricity, but I mean, you get so much out of it. But the thing is, you can't just keep running it, and it's not cost effective to use that. You have to, um, write your own code. You have to make things deterministic because if you rely on non-deterministic outputs like AI, which are fuzzy, and you don't really know what you're getting each time, it can cause problems that you can't really debug. But I mean, I was thinking about it like no wonder Nvidia is the biggest company in the world because compute is literally the most valuable resource right now. It's like not even fully real, but it's just like it's like a man-made resource. I mean, look at like crypto and Bitcoin. They have the blockchain and people go data mining. The whole point is that they literally use compute as like this bottleneck, and the fact that it's hard and electric intensive is why it's valuable because it's scarce. Like not everybody can just crank out like thousands of watts like it's nothing on like a big problem. Not only that, I mean, gaming isn't really that. Nobody really cares about gaming to be honest, but simulations, modeling, literally like hosting servers, like it's all about how much you can personally compute without renting because it gives you an edge. No one else can, no one else has. And my thing with the entropy part was I thought that um, like it's kind of hard to know what control is now because I thought if I had my own like um, computer and my own like hardware, I would be able to like sidestep the costs and have like no more costs. And it's I can avoid the API call limits if I get a rig, but still you have to pay for the electricity and you can end up getting charged more because of how much you use. And like I realize that now, but I'm starting to see the difference between like paying to play and then just getting scammed or like getting a rug pulled from under you. You kind of need energy. You need to spend energy to like do anything. Like just me talking right now. I had to eat. I had to go to sleep. Like I'm using energy and I can't just this is like slowly it's me slowly getting more tired and more, you know, lazy as the day goes on until I go to sleep and eat some breakfast and then I reset. It's like that, but instead of because computers don't have like feelings or tiredness, they just have energy and consumption. But the difference is just knowing what you're doing with it. Like I'm choosing to pay that sort of cost and then the high upfront cost. But excuse me. Yeah, I'm starting to realize that the you can't really the problems never go away, I guess. Like I thought you could go higher and higher and like use AI to abstract everything, but there's always like a point where you need to maintain it yourself. And that's why I'm just trying to move towards simplicity in my systems and everything because the less you make and the better you make it, the less you have to like maintain it. And honestly, that's like the best you can do. You can't solve something because you can't just solve the world because the world naturally tends towards chaos. So it's more about like finding the problems you consciously want to deal with and maintain and the price you're willing to pay consciously because you have to pay a price no matter what. It's just like the level and the existential stakes involved. I thought like I could just get away from it, or there'd be this perfect part moment where I could just step back. But even if like the best case happened, like I'm just gonna have different types of problems. Like I could start owning land, and then I have to take care of the land and like maintain the land, like make sure no it doesn't get flooded, or make sure it's just all that. And then with this computer stuff, it's like you gotta look for the electricity. You have to make sure you don't get your files corrupted or hacked. It's just there's always something tending towards entropy, and I'm coming to terms with that, I guess, as someone who kind of wanted to just like opt out of that, but it's just me realizing there is no fully opt out, and that's kind of what it is to be human. It's like there's just for me, I feel like it's just a bunch of cycles. Like life is just like millions and millions of just little cycles over and over again. Just waking up and eating, and then doing something, and then going to sleep. And I feel fulfilled in what I'm doing, but just this rhythmic cycle, and just having this uncertainty in the future is just like it's weird. But I mean, I'm just gonna do what I need to do. I think definitely I'm just gonna try to improve upon what I've done, because I like getting better at things. That's one thing I feel like if I have to do over and over again, you know, getting better, becoming competent. I feel like that's like a method of um, self fulfillment for me. So yeah, thank you.